have heard a great joke the day they took that picture. No? Look, it's all teeth. Oh, this is amazing. I never thought I could see such a big gathering like this. It's impossible not to remember when my audience were in a small house, 4 people, and a dog. I'm counting the dog to make the count higher. And on those days, I was always trying to explain the science behind the applicators. And I went through a lot of scientific ramblings and talking about enzymes and physiology and a lot of scientific stuff. I then thought that I had the perfect script for one of those Discovery Channel programs, probably one called The Secret Life of Your Lost Handles, of your love handles. So, well, I went on trying to explain all that, and at a certain point I noticed that only the dog was paying attention to me. I thought, oh boy, I lost them. No? But well, trying to be professional, I just kept on, and when I finished, I could see the dog wagging the tail, no? And I thought, this is a smart dog, no? So, and you know, when dog owners and their dogs, they tend to look alike, so I thought, smart dogs, smart owners. And I was right, because we had a distributor that night, no? Assigned new one. So, from then to now, we've been trying to simplify the message, what we say about the applicators. And well, with the unwanted help of the government, and those regulations written in 1943, yeah, we've come to the point in which what we say now is, hey, you want to look good? Try that crazy rap thing, no? No more other claims, no? But that is okay, because you don't need to know how it works to use it, to sell it, to have benefits from it. Because it is the same that you don't need to make a tune-up in a car to drive one. No? You know it works because you've seen it, and we've seen it for several million times now, which is the amount of successful applications of the applicator we have seen. No? So, what do you need to know if it's not the science of this? What you need to know is how safe it is, how we put it together, just to make your mind easy on this, no? Because for a skeptical mind, you would say, oh, this is too good to be true. No? It is working, but I am getting into something that I wouldn't like. Is it safe? Who is taking care of this? No? So, I forgot I had a clicker in my hand. Okay. It all boils to our philosophy, the way we produce our products, the way we think about them. And basically we are talking about science, technology, and nature. But I don't own those words. You can hear them in a lot of different companies. No? You can even hear them from those guys that produce the GMO seeds, no? Those corporations like Monsanto. No? It was voted the most evil corporation last year. No? And they can say the same thing. We deal with herbs, we deal with science, and with technology, but we are messing it up all for everybody. No? And there are also some marketing-based companies that all they want to know is marketing research and profits. No? So they will take any tiny bit of whatever it sounds like science about technology. They throw their dab of we are natural products, we are a natural products company, although they really don't care. And so what makes us different? What is different besides science, technology, and nature? And the difference is passion and love. That's what. I have love for the job I do. Yeah? I have passion for health, for for nature, for technology, for knowledge, for problem solving. I love to put things to solve problems for people, not for customer targets. For people I love, for the people I love, I want to know that I am doing good. And also, I always throw a tab with OCD, which helps when you are just working hard doing this. I can go on sometimes for days, I am skipping meals, I don't sleep, or I wake up at 5 in the morning and run to a small set of lab I got in my house so I can do these kind of things, because I just get obsessed with getting it right and making it good the way it should be. Conspiracy theorists say that I am this way because probably I just went to many parties when I was a nerdy teenager back in the 70s. On those days, fun was botanical based or hair based. No? These flower children, they had the weed, magic mushrooms, sacred peyote cactus, those funny tasting brownies. Never hear those conspiracy guys. Truth is that my interest in herbs started when I was a very little kid. Since I was a child, it started with many things. My grandfather, he became a pharmacist 120 years ago, when pharmacists and herbalists were about the same. And he was very proud of his job and his pharmacy and his own formulas he put together. And he had the oldest pharmacy in northern Spain. Then we had, I always remember I had an Aunt Oliva. This old lady was 103 years old and she was totally independent. Lived by herself in her own house, had her orchard, and even took care of some animals. And all her health needs were taken care of from herbs she grew in that small orchard. That was amazing, no? This lady managed to travel at that age and train and even, I saw her once dancing. Can you imagine that? 103-year-old lady dancing energetically because of all this. So, yeah, that's part of my upbringing, my interest in herbs. I love that. I love the smell, how they grow, what happens with your health when you take them. And besides that, you know, destiny. Destiny kicked in, and it provided me with a professional career, a lot of years. I gathered more than 20 years in the pharmaceutical and skincare industry. And I got to know from pharmaceutical research to skincare development, and also how to handle all that as a CEO of a company. So when I was at that point, everything just kicked in. I love herbs. I know how to develop. I want to develop with herbs, but do it the way I like, with all my passion, love, and OCD into it. So we do this with botanical ingredients. That's an easy one. We use a lot of herbal extracts. We take a lot of care of what kind of herbal extracts those are. But it's not only the extracts you see on the list. We use raw materials that are plant-based. That means that even those funny chemical names you read on the labels, they are derived from plants. Remember, I need to do that. If not, I am not okay. And some of the special selected active ingredients, they are also from botanical origin. Everything is herbs around here. Okay. Okay. Well, so those are the botanical ingredients. Scientific knowledge, we're talking about research, a lot of research on the performance of the herbs, on their safety, and on dosage. And this is very important because in this business, there's a practice called fairy dusting. It's basically a marketing practice in which the marketing department asks the formulators to just throw a dab of an active ingredient so they can claim whatever they want to claim in their advertising. No? But it's not going to work. You need to have the exact dosage, the dosage that was proven in research that will do the trick. So we strive always to make sure we know which is the exact dosage and have those research studies with us. But, and this is important, sometimes too much of a good thing is a bad thing. So, well, I can tell you a very recent example. It just came up a week ago. Really related to aging. You've always heard about one of the theories about aging is oxidants. And so that's why everybody is taking antioxidants as part of taking care of the aging process. No? And we have just a soup of letters, ROS, reactive oxygen species, and blah, 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 oxygen, right? Then the companies started making antioxidants more powerful, more powerful, more powerful. And this is funny, no? For example, they heard about what is called the French paradox, in which they found out that in France, even though they really eat a lot of fats and whatever, they are healthier than most people, and they found out it was because of all that wine drinking, no? To the toast of those French. So, they researched the ingredient that produced that. They found the resveratrol. You heard about it. It's been all over the place. Resveratrol, a great antioxidant. But the last time I saw one of those small capsules, they said one of the product claims was that it was equivalent of 65,000 bottles of wine.
What?
I know drunk people. I got some friends that I could call heavy drinkers, but I don't know if a researcher any way could find in France a guy that drank 65,000 bottles a day, and that's why he was so healthy. No? I think probably he drowned. I don't think he was healthy enough. No? Last week, Dr. Watson, the discoverer of the DNA, said that the dangers of antioxidants should be taken into account in every health issue. For example, and that is true, no? Why are we producing reactive oxygen species? Anti-aging theory is because the cell is suffering and produces that as a signaling that you need help. No? But it is also used by your immune system to kill bacteria and viruses. And even this Dr. Watson found out that the way for cancer patients that are going through chemotherapy or radiations is because when they get that, their cells suffer so much that they produce these reactive oxygen species. So if they're taking chemotherapy or radiation and at the same time using antioxidants, they're doing nothing. No? They just keep their illness the way it is. No? And that's why it is also important not to go overboard with ingredients. Some marketing-based companies, just to have the claims, will tell you 10 times whatever this miracle ingredient we got. No? But we are serious about not doing that. As we are serious of just making sure to got the exact dosage that was proven. Okay. It's okay. Well, just forgot, but we also add a dab of physiology and biochemistry and all that to this research. Bit boring, but interesting. I keep clicking this. always comes up this slide, and I got something different here. Okay, well, it's also advanced technology, and that means that the way we deliver those ingredients, those active ingredients,